This video is going to be about the Sony 6000 series. So from the 6000 to the 6700 series Sony A camera, which is a mirrorless camera. And we're going to try to figure out in this series what might be the best camera for you. So let's get to it. So you're looking at the Sony A6000 series, and you may have the question of which one of these cameras would be the best camera for me. That's up to you. What I will do is I'm going to tell you some of the things about these cameras that may or may not affect how you make your decision. I would recommend you go to cameradecisions.com. And if you're going to compare a camera, do it there, because it's going to give you a point system and it'll say which one has higher points because of the features that are in the cameras. I'll give you an example. This video is being shot on a Sony A6100. That's it right there. And it does everything I need to do for this environment, for shooting in this studio. So compare it. Go to Camera Decisions and compare it to the 6400, which is a higher series in the A6000. And you're going to find out that it's almost identically the same camera. There's like three things that make it different. And to me, the three things are insignificant. One of them is the viewfinder, the little tiny viewfinder on the camera. It's got higher points to it, so the clarity is better by almost 1,000 points, but I don't use it. I don't use that little viewfinder, maybe to basically target in a specific area. That's about all I would use it for. I normally use the LCD screen and use the live view. When you're talking about the LCD screen and the live view, maybe during this video, I'll scroll up some things where it'll show you some of the similarities, but virtually all the cameras have the same flip up Sony screen, except the 6700, which finally went to the articulating screen, which to me is a lot better option. The flip-up screen has a little bit of difficulties because when you're using it, like in a situation where I am right now, where you're recording and you're watching it over the top of the camera, a part of it is obstructed by the camera. And then if you have anything on that hot shoe on the top of the camera, it's going to obliterate your view. So having a fully articulated screen might be a big plus for you. It might be something you need, which you will get in a 67 series. There are, like I said, a multitude of similarities. There are some very small, insignificant differences. It may be the fact that the 6700 series has a head port, so you can put on your headset and plug it into the camera. None of the other ones have that. The 6500 to 6700 has what they call sensor shift. And sensor shift is not like an image stabilization thing. What it is it physically moves the sensor, because your sensor has, let's say, 24 megapixel, 24 million points on that sensor. Well, this sensor shift moves the sensor, physically moves the sensor to different increments so that it can fill in the spots in between those sensor points and even give you greater clarity. So that's something you'll get on the 6500 up to the 6700. Do you need that? That is up to you, because in that situation, if you're going to be doing wildlife photography or sports photography and you're going to be zooming way in, that sensor shift may add the extra clarity you're looking for. In reality, the original photographs, I don't think looking at them, you're going to be able to tell the difference. It's only in a situation where you're really, really zooming in that you'll notice the clarity and the extra detail you get from that option. So that's something you need to think about. Once again, just check out the cameras. If you can get a 6000 or a 6100 at a substantially discounted price because people feel like it's not as good quality as the 63 and the 64 and the 65, that's a good reason to purchase it, because in reality, they are very, very similar anyway. So go to that Camera Decisions, look for yourself, do the comparisons, see if something would break the deal for you because it is an option or it isn't an option. So once again, I hope this video was helpful to you. I would hope that you would like, subscribe, or share it, and then leave something in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. If I said something you didn't agree with, I'll try to explain why I did that. If I say something you agree with, appreciate those too. So once again, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.